Welcome back, everybody, to the last day of the 2018-2019 season here with Le Havre AC. We are on the road at the Parc Olympique Lyonnais to take on Olympique Lyonnais. As you can see, they are second in the table right now, well behind PSG, who have sewn up the title and the double with the Coupe de la Liga win. They are in the final against Lyon for the Coupe de France. So that sets up the math that we have to worry about for today. So technically, we have not secured Europa League play for next season, although barring an unlikely collapse, we are very, very likely to get it. So here's how the math of the day works. So right now we are in fifth with our spot. Both PSG and Lyon are playing for the Coupe de France, which means the Europa League qualifying spot will fall down to sixth place here because both of them are in the Champions League. They're both guaranteed continental soccer and both guaranteed Champions League football, irrespective of what goes on. There is an opportunity if we beat Lyon that Monaco goes straight to the group stages and Lyon has to qualify. But nonetheless, they are going in. There's no way unless I just destroy them at a level that by what seven. I need to beat them by 8 goals for Saint Etienne to have a shot to overtake them. But either way, they're still going to play in Europe and go into the group stage. That's the worst that they can do, which means it's going to fall out here. So the math that we're interested in is a loss for us by less than 10 goals keeps us qualified for Europe. If we lose by more than 10, we don't qualify for Europe. I'm confident that's not going to happen. If we win, we're safely in our slot. We can't get to the group stage. That is comfortably Saint Etienne's. And then Stade Brestois could actually leap us to finish sixth. So the worst that we're going to do is finish sixth, but nonetheless, we are all but mathematically secured for a trip to Europe next season, which is excellent. I'm pleased with how we've played overall. I think we've certainly upped our scoring game. We've certainly worked on the defense. We've got some tweaks. We're going to do some cleaning to sort of fix the financial situation in the summer, try and get rid of some guys to help clean that back out a little bit and open up some space for reserves and under 19s to start progressing back up a little bit. So overall, not so bad. So how did things work? So we had a nice 1-0 win against Bordeaux in our last fixture, our last live com. We then had a 2-2 draw against PSG. At this point, they had already secured both the league and the Coupe de la Liga. So they have very little to play for outside of the Coupe de France. So they didn't field their full strength side. We played them hard. We nabbed the 2-2 draw. Pleased with the result. It was a point I wasn't counting on. We then went away to Lorient and managed to drive 4 into the back of the net for a lovely 4-1 victory on that, which gave me some confidence. At this point, we were starting to hunt down Monaco a little bit in the Champions League qualifying spots, and we were holding on to the group stage for Europe fairly nicely over Saint Etienne. Unfortunately, we went home, and this started the skid here to the end. A 7-goal thriller with Stade Rennais. Unfortunately, we were on the wrong end of it. We finished off our inability to score against relegated and basement club Red Star FC, which is frankly annoying, to say the least, that we couldn't beat the 20th place team in the league. So we ended up dropping some points there, and then we had a heartbreaker to Montpellier where we could have mathematically sewn everything up. Unfortunately, we only picked up the point there, and now we are away against Olympique Lyon to try and deal with this. Like I said, 10 goals is the mission of the day. Mabella is basically a 2-in-1 guy, so he is done quite well for us. And then again, we're getting goals from a lot of different places. Assists. Unfortunately, Ikoko has strained knee ligaments. He's out until the summer on that, which is disappointing to say the least. But we've got a good smattering. Guys are playing pretty well across the board. So So that's the order of the day. So let's get in and see if we can't not lose by a lot and go. Odd that Guingamp is playing for it all on the last day. Some big names sort of down. So Chamois Artois and Red Star are two teams I fully expected to go down. Guingamp is playing Stade Bressois, who are looking for a win to try and make sure they can secure what's going on in Europe there. Saint Etienne is playing Nancy Lorraine, which I expect that they're going to win. Monaco is playing Nice, a game that they should win. So there's some interesting stuff. Marseille, Lille, that's sort of a rubber match and nothing. Lorient and Red Star, their Red Star's dead. They're the best they can hope for is the playoff in there. And what's Chamois Nortois playing? Oh, Nantes. Yeah. So some interesting matches going on. I suspect we've probably got the most complex of the situations playing Lyon in here. Let's see what we got going on. Well, we're back to the reasonably full strength. You know what? Let's do that. Let's put the kid on the bench. Ambrose, I think we're going to try and move on in the summertime. So here's how we're going out. Pellinar, Diallo, Mendy, Manso, because Ikoko is injured. We have Blin, Walter, and Pai in the midfield. Indy up top, and then Mabella and Corte out there. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, we have some cleaning up to do in the summer to try and get everything back to Pione Sisto out of FC Midtjylland. Lacazette, and that started off kick-ass. Was sweet. That was pretty badass. So we know what direction this game is going in. At 20 seconds in, let's hope that this slows down a little because we are sensitive to goal difference. But we leave Alexander Lacazette out there all by his lonesome. That was poor. Well, the good news is they're not going to score every 20 seconds, so. Whew. Corte, can we at least get this back up? Come on, Pi. Pellinard, come on, come on, come on. Well, we're at least threatening. We have some work to do to kind of rebound the club's financial. Oh, how was he not gruesomely offside there? We have some work to recover things financially. We definitely have gambled hard, and there's plenty of money. Oh, Christ on. Lacazette, pardon me, does that again. We have work to do. I got to do some work on corner tactic stuff. I've got to do. We have to clean things up. We have to do some emptying of the team in the summer to get ready for just to recover things financially. And then we'll see what we can do to get ready for Europe. We really do need the group stage. Good news is we don't have too many levels to go through to get there. I believe just 2. So that'll be helpful. Hopefully we should be a bigger fish, barring a really absurd draw, we should be a bigger fish in that pool, which should help us get to where we need to be. Plus it'll help France and Ligue 1 overall coefficient if we can sneak another team into the group stages to help sort of secure more places overall. To make life a little easier as we go forward, if there are more places we can use to qualify, especially since the big guys win the cup competitions. So to help draw a few, more things down, it'll certainly make our life a little simpler if it's easier to get into Europe. Because once we qualify, I'm sure we're going to want to continue to continue to get in there. Although I'm not humongously concerned that once we get, if we start getting in, obviously there's work to be done to maintain. But if we get ourselves into the place where we're playing, sort of better than the average, that'll be a major plus. Our under 19s did the double this year. They won the league as well as the under 19 cup. So I am encouraged with what's down there, which is good. We're going to end up with a few more seasons before they really start that regen population really starts trickling in, because they're only 17. They're at this point they're only 17. So we've got a few more years before I expect to see them. I mean, 19 is about as early as I'm really looking to start getting guys into the first team. Reserves, we have to clean out a little, clean up a little bit, but we've got some guys in the reserves that we should see breaking into the first team in the league as part of our rotations for next year to support European play. So to kind of give some guys a rest in in the league, especially against weaker opposition. Although our inability to score against guys like Red Star this year is certainly not going to help the cause any. It doesn't really make me feel great about that, but I don't see a huge option. But I think the good news is we've, God damn it. Well, they've stuck Alexander Lacazette in the place where he can do the most damage, and oh, God damned if he didn't. Nice save from Didion there, but Lacazette's right there. Unfortunately, yeah, we're going to need to do something there to stiffen up the right back. Yeah, no kidding. He's dominating the match. He's beating the shit out of us. But that's the difference between Champions League teams and us, I guess. Gabriel Jesus. Oh, F him. I'm not taking my keeper. I don't have any more subs. He can man up. He can man the hell up. Let's get one. Come on, guys. Well, we're going to see what we can do in the summer to turn some things over here. See if we can't get the money situation secured. We have some serious talent in the bottom that we should be able to turn over for some money. Good news is we're playing at about the wage budget that we're expecting to get next year anyway. So the good news is that shouldn't cause us a huge amount of grief to have to cut down in there. Well, the good news is we didn't lose by 10. So while we have lost, I do believe that mathematically we are covered, and we may have to wait a week for the Coupe de France to wrap itself up for everything to be official, but it will be done. So a disappointing way to end this season against Olympique Lyon. I'm disappointed. Well, we managed to stay in fifth. Looks like Stade Bressois doesn't do it. He's out for a couple of days. There it is, guys. So we have officially qualified for the Euro Cup. So we are going into season 4. We're going into continental competition. So we take the next step forward for Le Havre AC. So I hope you guys are excited about going on to the next level and starting to play in Europe. I know I certainly am. It's been a good second season in Ligue 1. So I'm looking forward to it. We got a busy summer ahead of us. I will look forward to seeing everybody in the preview for season 4. And until then, do smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you for the start of Europe. Until then, bye.